Switchback. Good morning, Saskatchewan, and welcome to Switchback, edition number 87 on the all-time countdown. My name is Bill Wright, and of course, the star of the show, the Chicken, is here with us. This is our collector's special, and we've got some amazing collectors with amazing collections on our show today. There's one of them, as you can see right now, we just call him Mr. Button. Yes, an amazing collection. A lot of people ask us, where do we get our Get Smarts from, and where do we get our music videos from? Well, we have a big collection of those as well, and we'll take a look at today's selection from the collection right now. Maritime Canada's newest leader, Haywire, is standing in line. From the long-awaited second album from Cyndi Lauper, this is True Colors.
I don't seem to be getting anything. I think you better turn the volume up to full.
Right.
Sounds like Max has heard there's chaos in control.
Someday you'll be shedding your tears and you'll cry over me.
And Glass Tiger closes it off with a timely tune, Someday. Yes, this is our collector's special, and we have some very unusual collectors with some rather unusual collections on our show today. First off, we're going to talk to Reinhard Klatt, who lives up in Saskatoon, and we're going to talk to him on the phone. This guy has a wrench collection. That's a little bit different. Also, Marv Karluk is here. He's a Regina policeman, but as a collector, he collects New York Yankee memorabilia. He's a real Yankees fan, a baseball fan, a sports fan. He's certainly a fanatic fan. Also, Charlie Doss, who is a designer here at CBC, but today is a collector of small wind-up toys, and in particular, robots. So that's going to be a pretty exciting collection of guests on today's show. Now, we've also got some young readers who have come from two different places in the province, Raymore, Saskatchewan, and Kyle. Aaron and Andrea are a couple of readers from the Multiple Sclerosis Readathon here to demonstrate their wonderful powers as readers a little bit later on in our program. But to get things started off this morning, we're going to go to a video from a group called Haywire. They got their start from Rock Wars in Maritime Canada. Okay, here it is. Haywire, Standing in Line. Haywire. Now, on last week's show, it was our sort of strange pet show, we asked an animal-type question, that being to name any marsupial. Apparently, there's over 250 marsupials. I have the definitive answer for you. The most common answers we got were kangaroos, wallabies, Tasmanian devils, Tasmanian wolves, yapoks, bandicoots, desirees, wombats, opossums, koala bears, and, of course, the famous cuscus. Beats the heck out of me what they are, but they're marsupials. That means they carry their babies in little pouches on the front. So because we had tons of mail, okay, 800 pounds of mail, we're going to draw 6 winners instead of our usual 3. Dear Bill, a marsupial is a kangaroo and an opossum. That's correct. Rebecca Lessing in Saskatoon, you're our first winner of the morning. Dig down in here to the bottom. As I mentioned, we got a lot of mail this week. Thank you very much. One kind of animal that is a marsupial is a kangaroo. That's correct. Scott Waldner, Hastings Crescent, I believe that's in Regina. You're our second winner. All of you are going to receive either a board game or an album. We'll keep that a secret until it comes in the mail. If it's a big box, that would be the board game. If it looks like this, it'll be an album. Our third winner, an example of a marsupial, is an opossum. How about more gerbil races? You're right. Terry Bomer, I believe it is, in Southie, Saskatchewan, winner number 3. Way down to the bottom here for our fourth winner. Dear Bill and the Chicken, kangaroos and opossums are marsupials. That's right, I have an idea for the show. Can't read all of that stuff. Heidi Stadell down in Weyburn. Congratulations to you. You're our fourth winner. Winner number 5. Dear Bill, how are you? I'm fine, and so am I. Say hi to the chicken. Hello. Last week's show, marsupials. Yes, kangaroo. My name is Sarah Bonneville in Regina. How many is that? 5? I think that's 5. Marsupial is an opossum and a kangaroo, or a kangaroo. Crystal Smith, also in Regina. Please call my place. My place. Sorry, Crystal. Okay, the chicken and I congratulate all of you. You will win this album, the Rock 86 album, or a board game, something like Boggle, something like Canadian Monopoly, or Clue, or something like that. So thanks to everybody who entered. We'll send those contests off in the mail this week. We'll take a 2-minute break and start off our collector special when that 2 minutes is gone.
Can you taste it? Something's coming, marching to a different drum.
The Coca-Cola Company is most upset about this commercial, as am I, saying that more people than ever are enjoying the taste of Diet Pepsi. True, but it's a blatant attempt to get Diet Coke drinkers to try Diet Pepsi. Why? Then they'll say even more people are trying Diet Pepsi. Then more people try it. Soon everyone might be trying Diet Pepsi. It's a vicious circle, and I intend to put a stop to it. You see, it's happening all...
When someone you know is a little under the weather, send them the new perfect prescription from FTD. Hey, chicken, how you feeling? Ooh, that bad, huh? Look, I brought you something to make you feel better. It's an FTD perfect prescription bouquet. It's filled with colorful flowers in its own tote bag. And you know, the nicest thing about the perfect prescription bouquet is that it comes in this reusable chicken soup bowl. Oops. Send the perfect prescription bouquet, only from your FTD florist.
Here's Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. 1, 2, 3.
Only real milk, chocolate and cream of peanut butter. That's the taste of Reese's. What could be better? 2 great tastes and they come in 3s. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Oh, oh, it's winning taste in 3. The original peanut butter cup. Oh, oh, good as can be. To taste good as can be. For all the moments you don't want to miss.
Wish I could hold on to this.
Call Granada for the newest TVs, VCRs, video cameras, and more.
Wish I could see the new movies at home.
Time for Granada.
Call Granada to buy, lease, or rent a new stereo TV or VCR.
Wish home entertainment were more exciting.
Granada makes it easy. Buy, lease, or rent whatever you want today.
Let Granada show you how to have it all and have it now. Call Granada today.
You know, it's really kind of silly when you think about it. People that collect things, you know, they'll pick up on an idea that's kind of silly, and for some unknown reason, they collect them. A lot of them are silly, inanimate objects that really aren't worth anything, but somehow for them, they are worth things. And pretty soon you have 2 or 3 or 6 of these things, and as far as I'm concerned, I think collecting things is kind of a sickness, an illness. Some of these people are strange and a little bit bizarre, but seeing how this is our collector's show, throughout the day you will be seeing various collections. Some of them are my collections, and some of them are collections from other people. But yes, I think it goes without saying that collectors are strange and unusual people. I got a friend who collects hats. I know, it sounds ridiculous to you guys. I have two guests that I'd like you to meet right now. Both of them were involved with the Multiple Sclerosis Readathon program last year, and I am the honorary chairman this year. That means they won last year. This year, maybe I can sharpen my reading skills as well. On the far side of the couch, which would be on your left, we have Andrea Green from Raymore, Saskatchewan. Good morning, Andrea. Thank you for coming. And next to her, we have Aaron Stewart, who is from Kyle, Saskatchewan. Both of them have come quite a distance just to be on our show today. So thank you very much for coming along. And they came along with their parents and their friends, and we appreciate that. This isn't bothering you at all? Good. Well, we'll carry on then. George, don't give me that hat. You silly guy there. Put on the old high school hat. Okay, ladies, you were involved with the Multiple Sclerosis Readathon program last year. Maybe I'll start with Aaron. Tell me, how many books did you read and how much money did you raise?
I read about 20 to 25 books, and I raised $500.
$500? That's great. And how about yourself, Andrea?
I read 31 books, and I raised $601.
$601. All right, some champion readers in our midst. Now, you read 31 books, $601. Are you going to be involved with the program again this year?
Yeah.
Okay, we should mention, of course, all the money that is raised goes to help fight MS, and incidentally, I think you each have a special reason for trying so hard to raise money. Maybe you can tell me, Andrea, why is that?
Because I have a dad who has multiple sclerosis.
Your dad has multiple sclerosis. And yourself, Aaron?
My mother has.
Your mother does. So this is a horrible disease and very close to your family, so of course you'd really like to help find a cure.
Yeah.
So all the money that we raise will go towards helping fight MS. Now, I know you guys read a lot of books, but what I'm curious to know and what the folks at home want to know is, do you remember anything from those books? One of the books Aaron read is right here. It's called The Value of Patience, the story of the Wright brothers, which I find rather interesting, considering Orville and Wilbur were descendants of mine. No, I was a descendant of theirs. Okay, here's a question for you on page 21. If you read all these books, the Wright brothers might have been upset about this if they had had time. But before they could worry too much, who told them in a little chirpy voice not to give up?
A little orange bird.
A little orange bird. Was that Jimmy? Was Jimmy the little orange bird?
No.
No. Well, read all those books, but you don't remember them much, do you? Well, all right. See if Andrea can remember. Andrea, one of the books you read was called The Dollhouse Murders. Do you remember that book?
Not much.
Not too much. Well, it was a little while ago. On page 88, chapter 13 begins, something little will turn out to be big. Can you tell me a little bit about that chapter?
She hears little noises at night, and she goes up to the attic, and she finds a house with spooky things happening in it, and it gets to be a big problem.
You're right. That's exactly what it says. An incredible memory. She reads all these books, raising $600, and she can still remember everything that it says. Well, thank you very much, both of you, for coming in. I'll give you these books back. Incidentally, I think I'd like to make a sort of a public announcement right now that we here at Switchback have some library books that are overdue. Richard Mortimer should be taking those back. So if you work at the library, give us a call. Tell us we owe you $30 or $40. I'll give you guys these books back so you don't get in trouble with your school library. Good luck with the Readathon program this year, okay?
Yeah.
Read lots of books and let's help fight MS. Okay, time now to go to Get Smart. Now, this morning the episode is called Chaos and Control, and what happens is Maxwell is in charge of security at Control headquarters. Now, 6 famous world scientists have come together working on some kind of scientific thing. Unfortunately, a retrogressor gun is stolen, and Max and 99 think that maybe Control has been infiltrated by the bad guys from Chaos. Anyway, here's part 1 of this week's Get Smart called Chaos in Control. Earthquake flattens city, leaving thousands homeless. Grain prices plummet to record low. Unemployment reaches new high. You know, if you think most news is bad news and no news is good news, then we've got news for you. For the first Sunday of each month, Switchback presents Good News. Maybe you've witnessed a daring rescue, or you know of a volunteer project which has helped out in your community. Maybe it's something you read in a newspaper or a magazine that just made you feel good about the world. But whatever it is, as long as it's good news, we want to hear from you. Now be sure to describe your story in as much detail as you can. And if it comes from a newspaper or magazine, send along a copy of the article and a photo if you can. Oh yeah, if we use your story on good news, we'll send you some good news, a Switchback t-shirt. One more thing, don't let your good news become old news. Send it to us right away. Here's our address. Switchback, care of CBC Television, 2440 Broad Street in Regina, and the postal code is S4P4A1. I'm sorry. There's not much else I can say. This being the first Sunday of the month, I promised that we would read good news, but I'm sorry. We didn't get all that much good news in the mail. Sure, some people wrote in and told us, well, their cat had kittens or their brother won his football game, and that is good news, but we need good news which is interesting to the entire province. More daring rescues, world champions, significant breakthroughs in the medical field. We need big hunks and chunks of good news, and I'm counting on you people, please. One more week. Send me some good news. If I get some good news this week, we'll do good news next week, but I can't do it unless you help me. So please, give me some good news. Thank you. I feel a lot better. This Tuesday night, the Great Saskatchewan Band Extravaganza takes place, and moi will be there as a guest conductor. Now, we need your help. If you're interested in big band sound, with little people, I guess it'd be little big band sounds, yes. It'll be broadcast all over Saskatchewan later on in the province, and you're interested in watching live television take place, and then put on tape and shown later, this is your opportunity. It's absolutely free of charge. Here's the details. This Tuesday night, you are invited to come and watch the taping of the Great Saskatchewan Band Extravaganza. 7 o'clock Tuesday night. It'll be at the Canadian Bible College Auditorium, which is in Regina, 4400 or 4400 or 4400 4th Avenue, Regina, Saskatchewan. Once again, the admission is free, so come on out, watch the Great Band Extravaganza this Tuesday night. I'm going to be there, Lions Band, all kinds of people. It'll be a lot of fun. Time now for another video. You know, we've waited a long time for this Cyndi Lauper video. It's called True Colors, and I want to dedicate it to someone who asked for it, which makes sense. Margot Magoo out in Govan, Saskatchewan. This one is for you. It's True Colors by Cyndi Lauper. Thank you very much, Cyndi Lauper. Hope you like that one, Margot Magoo. Now, this is our collector special, and our first collector that we're going to talk to this morning is Reinhard Klatt, who lives up in Saskatoon. Now, this guy has a wrench collection. I saw it when I was in Saskatoon. Actually, the last couple of summers I've seen it. It's usually on display at the Western Development Museum. First of all, let me check with things here on the phone. Reinhard, are you out there, and can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you all right.
Okay, that's great. We're going to be taking a look at Reinhard's wrench collection here. I'll look at this monitor. You folks can obviously look at things at home there. Reinhard, can you see that picture okay?
Yes, I can see it.
I can see you. You're looking good there. Okay, can you tell us a bit about your wrench collection?
Pardon?
Can you tell us something about your wrench collection?
Well, I started collecting about 13 years ago, and this was when I was on the farm. And then when I moved into the city, I retired from farming. As a hobby, I started to mount the wrenches. And present, I have about 1,400 wrenches mounted. I probably have about 150 or so, for which I have to make some more space.
I can imagine. Now, why are there so many different wrenches? I mean, the one I'm looking at now, these are very unique and strange wrenches.
Yes, the one in the center there, that shaft with a larger portion on it, that's a tube expander for steam boilers. This was used in the early years when they had to reflue a thrashing machine engine, steam engine. There aren't too many of those around.
I can imagine quite a few of your wrenches must be rather unique. Are most of these wrenches one of a kind?
When I collect wrenches, I usually try to get the unique ones. And the ones you see there that I'm pointing out, those are smaller wrenches. They were used for the magnetos on the old gasoline tractors. They had magneto ignition, you know, in the early years.
do you do quite a bit of work repairing the old steam engines and things? Is that where some of these wrenches come from?
Yeah, well, I'm one of the steam engineers at the museum, and we do quite a bit of renovating there. That small wrench I'm pointing to, has the Indian motorcycle stamp on it. Those motorcycles went out a number of years ago. It's an adjustable wrench, and it's the only one I've seen of that type.
Many of these wrenches were specifically made for just to tighten one particular nut or one bolt or something. Do you know when adjustable wrenches sort of were invented or when they became popular?
Yes, well, a lot of these wrenches, you see, they came out with machinery or with equipment, and they were made especially for those machines. And also a lot of them are just general wrenches made by tool companies. That particular wrench has the Grand Trunk Pacific Railway stamp on it. It's one of the early railroads that is no longer in existence. It's an 18-inch monkey wrench. That's a close-up of it there.
Right. So that only works for 18-inch monkeys.
Pardon?
No, I'm just teasing. How about these ones that are curved here? Is there any reason why they're curved like that?
Well, the wrench in the center there has a hammerhead as part of the wrench. A lot of the early wrenches were used as hammers.
And you mentioned, so when you buy a steam engine, the tools kind of came right along with it.
Oh, yes. Not only steam engines, but other implements such as plows, cultivators, and so on. They had their own tool kits with them. That particular item is a horsehair singer. That was in use before the horse clippers came into use. It's actually a hollow container with a wick. I'm pointing to the wick right there. You fill it with coal oil and you light the wick. And this was used every spring to singe the winter hair off of the horses so that they'd be ready for field work.
Do you know about what year that was used?
Oh, that would probably be in the very early 20s and so on. Probably before that.
Right. What's that we're looking at?
That small item with a crank, it has a small crank on it. That was a wartime invention. It was invented in Saskatchewan somewhere in the mid-40s near the end of the Second World War. That's when the seal rings for home canning became very scarce because of the scarcity of metal. And this particular instrument was used to rethread the sealer rings.
Okay.
To a shingling machine there. It has a hopper, and you fill this up with shingle nails, and one man would use the nailer, and the four men would be laying shingles. It was used to speed up the shingling of roofs. It was in use somewhere around 1927 or so.
Okay, that's great. Reinhard, we certainly want to thank you for helping us out with your show today. Is your collection going to be, will you have your collection at the museum again this summer?
You have asked me the past 4 years or so, and see, I belong to a volunteer group at the museum, and there are about 100 of us, so whenever they invite me to bring it down, which is usually during exhibition time, about 4 or 5 of the volunteers help me load them up. Actually, the collection itself weighs several tons, you know.
I can imagine it's very heavy, and that's, of course, one of the reasons why...
They're mounted on stands, which are made up. They're 4 by 8 feet, the plywood sheets. And then there's an extension underneath, and I have about 300 wrenches on every stand. Some of them, I have one stand at my son's place. I'm running out of space here in my garage.
I can imagine. Well, thank you very much for being on, well, part of our show anyway. We got to see you in the pictures and we heard you. And thank you very much. You have a tremendously unusual but wonderful collection.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Okay, thanks again. Bye-bye.
All right.
Okay, there you go. Our first collection of the morning. We've got another collector who's equally fanatical about what he does, and we'll meet him in 2 minutes.
The design of Kent's award-winning wood stoves began with an airtight steel box, enclosing a combustion system that, for greater efficiency in heating power, burns not just wood, but the gases too. To this, Kent added fingertip controls and superb exterior designs. Kent, the flame of the future. For the name of the Kent dealer nearest you, call this toll-free number.
Since we opened our doors over 20 years ago, Audio Warehouse has offered the best price and selection on brand name products available. In addition to audio and video products, we have the music for your system. We carry one of the largest selections of cassette tapes, LPs, compact discs, at the lowest price anywhere. Audio Warehouse, great prices, tremendous selection, and superb service every day of the year. So come on down.
Can you taste it? Something's coming, marching to a different drum.
No, the Coca-Cola Company is most upset about this commercial, as am I. Why, a man in a Diet Coke t-shirt tried a Diet Pepsi. Now, I'm a Diet Coke drinker and as fair-minded as the next chap, but he looked as if he was enjoying the Diet Pepsi. A Diet Coke drinker enjoying the taste of a Diet Pepsi? Preposterous.
Taste of our love.
I know great cola when I taste it.
Wrong can. Twizzlers make me very happy. I love the way they taste so chewy. Twizzlers make me very happy. We love the way they taste so fruity, so chewy, so happy and oh so juicy. Twizzlers make me very happy.
Twizzlers make your mouth so very happy.
Oh, so happy.
Yeah.
Check it out here. World Series, Romy. World Series ticket right here.
We're back.
Look at this. NFL ticket stubs. They're wonderful ticket stubs. You don't like the ticket stubs? Look, I know you folks out there appreciate a true the Comedy Store in Los Angeles. Look at that. NHL games. A USFL game in Tampa Bay. A ticket stub collection. Unbelievable. Well, another guy who got a start as a collector, I think, with a ticket stub. He'll confirm that for me in just a moment. His name is Marv Kerr. Look, Marv, thank you for being on Switchback.
Good morning. Nice to be here.
Good morning. Now, Marv, as will become very obvious to everyone in a little while, is a fanatic fan. I guess that's where the word fan comes from. A fanatic baseball fan in particular, and a New York Yankees fan ever since you were very young. And that's what got you started with your massive Yankee collection.
That's true. I probably started following the New York Yankees back in, gosh, about 1951, as I recall, listening to a World Series on the radio. And, of course, because the Yankees were my favorite team and I became a collector, that just fell into place.
Okay, now Marv has amassed, like, a pretty incredible collection of things now. And we were over there this week to look at stuff. Your basement is, like, filled with all kinds of Yankee memorabilia. And we'll let you folks at home take a look at it. Marv, you can watch the monitor here and let us know just briefly some of the things we're going to see in this huge collection of yours.
Okay, I'll be glad to. Okay, this is just simply a Yankee logo sign that was made by a sign maker here in Regina. That's part of my collection of pictures and bobblehead dolls and small caps. There's a Life magazine from 1961. There's a Yankee home pinstripe uniform that I obtained in a trade for a model I made. This is part of my collection of yearbooks. The Yankees probably have more yearbooks out than any other team going back to 1950, and I have the majority of those. There's some of the great years, the 1961 Yankees, which of course was the greatest team in history, is coming up right there. Some of the photos of that 61 team, then into 1977, 78. These photos I obtained from the Yankees by just sending away money or picking them up when I'm there. There's a Mickey Mantle autographed baseball. I try to collect as many autographs of the famous Yankees as I possibly can. There's Reggie. There's another shot of the photos of the Yankees. There's Whitey Ford.
Tony Kubek. That's a painting done by a local East Indian artist that I met. He did that for me. Greg Nettles. Thurman Munson, the great Yankee catcher who was killed tragically in 1979. And he also did a painting of Thurman for me. Some of the bubblegum cards that I collected over the years. You see Lou Piniella, who is presently the manager of the Yankees, traded to the Yankees from Kansas City. Going back, Jim Bouton, Fritz Peterson, Bud Daly. There's some of the baseball bats. These are quite unique. I got to stand outside the Yankee dressing room in Minneapolis and have each one of the Yankees autograph these bats for me in 77 and 78, which are both World Series years for the Yankees. Here you see Ron Guidry, Billy Martin, Reggie Jackson, who dated that one for me. Some of the buttons and crests, anything with the Yankee logo or photos on it, I like to collect. Have them pinned up on a piece of cloth. When you get into some of these shops in New York, you can find all types of things, old and new. There's some of the older programs going all the way back to 1942, 1941. That's a piece of the old Yankee Stadium. That's a marker off a box seat. Sent away for that when they remodel the stadium. That's an autographed plaque of the 77 world champion Yankees. Some of the photographs that I've taken myself, this is another hobby of mine, is photography, and I combine my following of the Yankees with photography. This way I can get the pictures that I desire on my own and blow them up to whatever size I want without having to pay the heavy-duty cost of sending away for them. Yankee garbage can and a little trophy that says it all. That's the other Yankee jersey, and that's the official Yankee jacket there, the logo on that.
Now, Marv, there's an interesting story about the way that you got that Yankee uniform, and we'll talk about that story in just a second, but I want to remind everybody at home there, if you want to give Marv a call now and talk about collecting in general, or maybe you have some specific questions about New York Yankees memorabilia or other things, Marv probably knows the answer to, I think, any question about anything that you want to ask. So the phone numbers are on the screen there. Give us a call and talk to Marv. Now, you got this jersey, and you told me it's very rare for anyone to get a real jersey from the Yankees. Right. How did you get this one?
Okay, this is an official Yankee pinstripe home uniform right out of their dressing room. What I did, starting in about 1969, was I started making a model of Yankee Stadium. And I made it to scale using mainly balsa wood and every other type of material you could think of. And these shots here are the model. This postcard is the actual Yankee Stadium. I sent some pictures away to the Yankees, and they became interested in, and these letters here are the return letters from Marty Appel, who was the Yankee PR man, and he indicated in one letter what did I want in exchange, and of course I wanted a Yankee road and home uniform top. So he wrote back and agreed that that's what they would do, so I traveled to New York City in 1976, taking the model with me, and made the exchange. And old Yankee clubhouse man Pete Sheehy took me into the dressing room and gave me the two jerseys, the home pinstripe uniform and the gray traveling jersey.
It had to be a very big thrill for you.
Well, it was a big thrill when you think of how many famous Yankees have been in that dressing room over the years.
Right. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback. Hello? Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
Hi, Mark.
Yes.
How many...
Go ahead.
Hi, how many games have you been to?
I've seen approximately 75 to 80 Yankee games, both in Yankee Stadium and in visiting stadiums around the league.
Quite a few?
Yes, that is quite a few, yeah.
Have you had a chance to go to a game yourself?
No, not yet.
Well, maybe you'll get to someday soon. It's kind of fun. Different at the ballpark than on
sure
TV.
Sure is. It's a whole different perspective.
Thanks for calling.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
Hi, Bill. How's it going?
It's going very well, thank you. Got a question for Marv?
Yeah, Marv. What
Yes.
time did you start collecting? Or about when did you start collecting?
Boy, it goes back to probably the 1961 season when the Yankees were going so great. That's when I started my scrapbook collection, and then on to collecting the ticket stub of my very first game, and then switching exclusively to Yankee memorabilia.
Okay, thanks for asking, and thanks for calling in.
Say hello to some people.
Quickly.
I'd like to say hello to Mark, Trevor, Kobe, Kamala, Shane, Candace, Susan, Melissa, Sherry, Kelly, Tyler, Darcy, and Jason.
All right, the 1968 New York Yankees.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
That sounded like...
Good morning. Welcome to Switchback. Got a question for Marv?
Yes, hi, Bill.
Hello.
Yeah. If you added all your money up for collecting, how much do you think it would be worth?
Gosh, you know, I thought about that, and I really don't think there's any way that I can put a price tag on this. I thought about this and talked about it for insurance purposes, but obviously each piece of memorabilia has a different value to me and to other collectors. You read about famous pieces of memorabilia from, say, Mickey Mantle or Babe Ruth that sell for thousands of dollars. It depends what a collector wants to pay. I have absolutely no idea what the total value would be.
Have you got any particular piece of memorabilia which is the most special to you?
Well, I would think probably the two jersey tops would have to be the biggest thrill for me. Although just recently I acquired a 1961 Life magazine that has the story of the Roger Maris Mickey Mantle home run chase. It was something very dear to me in 1961. We cut it up and pasted it in scrapbooks, and I just 2 weeks ago in Fargo, North Dakota, picked up an intact copy of it, and that's very special to me.
Great. Thanks for calling. Bye-bye. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
Hey, Bill, what's happening?
Well, not too much right now. What are you doing?
Watching TV?
Yeah, well, I sort of am. Have you got a question for Marv?
Yeah, where do you mail to get your stuff that you sent away for?
Well, if you're mailing to the Yankees, you simply write to the New York Yankees, care of Yankee Stadium, Bronx, New York, or New York Yankees, New York City. It'll get there. There's only one New York City. There's only one Yankees. Just put Yankees on it. I'm sure it'll get to New York City and Yankee Stadium.
Okay, thanks a lot.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
I'd like to ask him when he got started collecting these things.
Probably 1968 when I first went to a Major League Baseball game. I collected the ticket stub and the program, and it just evolved from there. I started collecting more and more baseball articles, and of course I switched exclusively to the Yankees. So 1969 for sure was when I really got into collecting, but 1961 was I started making my first Yankee scrapbook.
Okay.
Bill, would you like to say hello to Michael Schultz?
Hello, Michael Schultz.
Okay, bye.
Thanks for calling. Bye-bye. Marv, you see people laugh at me for saving my ticket stubs. The World Series in 1982, I sat right behind home plate. Unfortunately, it was 2 days before the game, but I had a great view, let me tell you. Thanks a lot for being here, Marv. You got a great collection. Thanks for being our guest. All right, still ahead on our program, we've got a robot collection, a glass tiger, and my key collection. And we'll get to that stuff in a couple of minutes.
That's Entertainment has put the spotlight on Panasonic TVs featuring state-of-the-art Quintrex 2 CompuFocus Picture Tube, the ultimate in viewing pleasure. Panasonic at special low prices from That's Entertainment in the Northgate Mall.
Which night is your favorite at Granny's? Monday, pizza. Tuesday, chicken and ribs. Wednesday, steak and shrimp. Thursday, barbecue chicken. Friday, from the sea. Saturday, New York steak. Sunday, veal cordon bleu. Which night is my favorite at Granny's? All of them.
Submarine, fresh, oven ready. We make it, you bake it. Pizza at half the cost. Try our vegetarian or seafood pizza, available on plain or whole wheat crust. The Yellow Submarine also has a wide variety of submarine sandwiches to choose from. The Yellow Submarine, 701 Main North, Moose Jaw.
It's a bloody good pizza.
Shop downtown. Moose Jaw.
It's never happened before. Furniture manufacturers and retailers across Canada are joining together for Canada's first national furniture sale. There are others, and then there's the fairs, your first choice. At the fairs, the national furniture sale means exceptional values on Sklar Pepler, Palliser, and other famous brand names. The fairs, your first choice for selection, low price, and service. During Canada's first national furniture sale. Don't you dare miss it.
All right, welcome back, Saskatchewan. We've got a couple of young collectors in our crowd this morning, and they've brought their collections along. Let's meet them right now. What's your name?
Melanie Hunter.
And Melanie, what do you collect?
Buttons.
Buttons, buttons, buttons. You've got quite a few of them here. You've got them hooked on towels. About how many do you have here?
Oh, about 180 something, close to 200.
Okay, so if one ever like falls off your shirt, you're certainly ready for it.
Yeah.
Do you go out of your way to collect these? Do you pick them up?
Yeah.
Do you trade them with other people?
No, not as much. I trade them sometimes, and I just pick them up from my brother's tournaments and everything.
Okay, well, thanks a lot for bringing them in and being part of Switchback.
Yeah.
Okay, way over here on the far left, we have...
Robert Taco.
Robert, you also collect buttons.
That's right.
And you're wearing your buttons, which is where most buttons should be. I collect zippers myself. Have one with me almost all the time. How many have you got hooked onto you this morning?
Well, I got at least about 100 and maybe 116.
About 116. I think you counted them this morning, Robert. Thanks a lot for being here.
Yeah.
And what's your name?
Brandy Venard.
Brandy. Now, what is it that you collect?
Dried up glue.
Dried up glue.
Yeah.
Can we see that? Can you hold that open? We'll just hold that for us. That's dried up glue.
Yeah.
I understand you have more of this at home?
Yeah.
Brandy, that is an extremely unusual and unique collection you have. Thanks very much for bringing that in. Okay, time now to get to the conclusion of Get Smart. This week it's called Chaos and Control. Let's hope Max and 99 get the bad guys. Thanks, guys.
Here's Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. 1, 2, 3.
Only real milk, chocolate and cream and peanut butter. That's the taste of Reese's. What could be better? Two great tastes and they come in threes. Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Oh, oh, two winning tasting treats. The original peanut butter cup. Oh, oh, good as can be. To taste good as can be.
Be a sport. Be a sport. Come down to Be a Sport, 725 Main North in Moose Jaw. Ski and cycle. The 1987 mountain bikes are in now. Ski equipment and accessories and the latest ski clothing. Come see us, 715 Main Street North, Moose Jaw.
Shop downtown. Moose Jaw.
Bunsmaster. Bunsmaster. Baked fresh every day, open 7 days a week. Variety, self-service, low prices, make meals special. Bunsmaster, 623 Park Street, 3936 Gordon Road, 176 University Park Drive, and now also in the Sherwood Village Mall. Check it out, but beware, a visit to Bunsmaster Bakery tends to become habit-forming.
Regina will host a week of some of the best skating in the world during Skate Canada 86, October 31st to November 2nd at the Agrodome. Ticket packages are on sale now for this world-class competition. Packages for the entire week of Skate Canada 86 are $60 for the lower-level seats, $45 for the upper-level seats. Send check or money order to Skate Canada 86, Box 6097, Regina. Skate Canada 86, October 31st to November 2nd.
Welcome back, Saskatchewan. It's hard to believe it's already October, and of course, at the end of October, we celebrate Halloween. Here on Switchback, for the last 3 years, we have celebrated Halloween with our annual Halloween costume contest. And once again, this year is no exception. Here's the details. If you're interested in being on our Halloween show in the costume competition, you need to come here to the CBC building Saturday, October the 25th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Typical CBC address, 2440 Broad Street in Regina. And we'll pick the finalists that day who will appear the next Sunday. So you've got a couple of weeks to get your costume together. And of course, original costumes are what we are looking for. So make your costume and come on down on the 25th, and maybe you can be on the show on the 26th for some valuable cash prizes. All right, quick look now at my license plate collection. I couldn't hold them all up, so I asked my friends to do it. Let's see those license plates, gang. All right, they love those license plates. There are a lot of license plates. Joining me now is Charlie Doss. Charlie, how are you doing?
Good. Nice to be here.
Charlie works here at CBC. In fact, Charlie's a designer, designs sets. He, I think, designed the Switchback set.
Believe it or not.
And Charlie said Switchback will get a new set after he's on as a guest. So we have you on as a guest now, Charlie. And you have an amazing collection of wind-up and battery-operated toys and games, mechanical robot type things. Maybe you can tell us what you've got.
Okay, they're mostly battery op, and they're most of them were made in Japan between about 1950 and
1965. And like sort of starting on this end, like this group at the top two shelves were actually bar toys. They weren't really made for kids that much. They were made for people to put on their bars and amaze and amuse their friends with. These were kids' toys, the rest of them. This was actually something I had when I was a kid. It's the only thing I do have that still left from when I was a kid. So it's a tin wind-up. What else to say? Like, the robots are a little newer, obviously. Like, some of you are probably saying, God, I've got some of those. And I just got into that in the last couple of years, buying the newer ones and hoping that they'll become collectible one of these days. Like, right now, they're not exactly. But then again, in the 60s, neither were these, so.
Okay, it's one of the interesting things is trying to determine why things become collectible.
Yeah.
They're just a toy to some person, but they could be precious and very collectible to other people. We'll talk more about what makes things collectible in a little while. If you folks out there have some questions, Charlie'd be delighted to answer them. If your questions are specifically about something here or other maybe mechanical toys or robots you have at home. He's our expert toy collector, and we'll see some of these in action also. Now, some of these things look quite humorous, I guess, to us now because we've seen, you know, Man on the Moon and space shuttles and pretty fancy stuff. I guess in the 50s, their idea of space was pretty different.
Yeah, they're a little naive. Like, they're not realistic at all, a lot of them. And like this one, some people might recognize it from Lost in Space. That was, and that's actually a fairly new toy. Like, it's late or mid-70s. But the thing about it wasn't a licensed product, and it had to be pulled off the market. So there weren't many of them actually sold. So it is collectible already.
This is like
only a few years old.
Danger. Yeah, I used to run around with Zachary Smith or some of those people. Okay, now some of these are plastic and others are metal. Does that make any difference?
Yeah, generally the metal ones are a lot more valuable than the plastic ones because they're older and they're a lot nicer toy when you look at them. And the plastic ones a few are becoming collectible, like that one. But wow,
you know, license plates are often metal too, and
good thing.
Well, Charlie, we have to sneak down the front here. We've got so many robots and things in here.
I can show you what a few of them do.
Okay, we'll maybe demonstrate a couple right out front here.
You can put them here and the cameras get a shot on them. This guy's called the Piggy Cook, just like it says in the front, and he's pretty talented. You can see he always flips it, never misses. It's a ham and egg omelet, a little strange.
All right, the Piggy Cook. What else you got for us?
This one we just saw in the last buffer is the Rock and Roll Monkey. This is sort of right when rock and roll was coming in the 50s. This one came out. He doesn't play too many songs, but he's kind of cute. This one my kids like. It's probably recognize it as Frankenstein. He's boring for a while. But
keep watching, though. It gets better.
It gets better.
Okay, Charlie. We'll grab a phone call here. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
Hi, Bill.
How are you doing?
Good.
Great.
What's your favorite?
My favorite? I really like the Rock and Roll Monkey, actually. It's just something about it, really well.
Okay. Thanks for calling.
Bye, Bill.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm Tammy Nuttall, and I come from Regina.
Great. Have you got a question for Charlie?
Yes. How long have you been collecting all your...
About 5 years. 4 or 5 years, yeah.
Are all those things modern, or...?
No, like I said, like the more plastic ones are fairly recent, but the other 10, the 10 stuff is 50s and 60s.
Have you got some robots at all at home?
No. My young brother does, though.
Okay, well, they could become collectible later on.
Right.
Thanks for calling.
Yeah, okay.
All right, bye-bye. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
This is James Strand in Pontiac, Saskatchewan, and I'd like to know which robot is your favorite one?
Actually, I guess I don't know if you can see it here. This is one of the better ones I have. That's an old one. It's like late 50s. It's all pretty well tanned. Both of these actually are.
Now these are kind of special, Charlie. Maybe just step back there for a sec. These are tin. They look sort of similar. This was kind of our old notion of what a robot was.
Yeah.
Have you got batteries you could fire these up for
I
us?
can show you what they do. I'll get both of them. I can fight it out.
Go for it. Okay.
Yeah, they're really noisy. That's why they didn't last too long, because parents threw them away.
Thanks for calling, James.
I'd like to say hello to one of my friends here.
Okay.
Hi, Sheldon.
Okay, and Sheldon says hi back. I heard him. Thanks a lot.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback. You got a question for Charlie?
Yeah. I was wondering, how many do you have in your collection, and when will they be collector's items?
You mean as far as the robots, I think there's about 20. There's a few I don't have here, but it just depends. It's sort of a gamble. It's a risk that I'm taking buying them, but I'm trying to pick them up cheap now and hoping they become collectible. If they don't, well, my kids can wreck them. I don't know.
What sort of makes things a collectible, Charlie?
Well, if it's got good action and it's well made, and like I think a toy that's out right now that definitely is destined to be a classic is this one. It's a Zoidzilla. I think there's a couple other in the same series that they're really well made, thought out toys, and they will be collectible sooner or later.
Thanks for calling.
Okay.
All right. Bye bye. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
I'm Tim, calling from Regina. I was wondering which toy is your favorite one?
Well, yeah, like I said before, I think the Rock and Roll Monkey would be right up there.
Okay.
One of your favorites, certainly. You've got a lot of robot kinds of things, but I noticed sort of not the Star Wars or maybe the more common ones that people see nowadays. Why would they maybe not be as important to you?
Well, people do collect Star Wars stuff. Like, it is being collected, but it's so mass-produced that there's a lot of it out there. And what makes something collectible is being like hard to find. And so the Star Wars, it may be in some future date, but it doesn't do anything for me.
Okay. Thanks for calling.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
Hi, Bill.
Hello.
My name is Chris Newfeld. I'm calling from Regina.
Hi, Chris. You got a question for Charlie?
Yeah, why toy robots and other kind of things like that? Why not pins or something like that?
Well, I don't know. I guess I'm just an overgrown kid, maybe. I like toys. They're I guess there's a nostalgia about them, and they're colorful, and if they move, like, I just collect things that do something, and I find them interesting. I mean, I'm a Yankee nut too, but I don't collect things about the Yankees, but and I like other things too.
Okay, thanks for calling, Chris.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Charlie, people are going to want to know, what is the value? You understand this is your most precious robot? Right?
Well, yeah, I didn't pay this for it, but in the States they go for about $350, one like that.
Wow. What would it have cost when it was bought?
Probably $1.98 or something. They weren't that much. I've got a few boxes here that
still have the price.
That have prices. That one doesn't, but
okay. So they start inexpensive. They get to be.
They get very, expensive. Very like this one has $250 on it, right? For this guy here, and it's worth about $80 or $90 now.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you very much for being here, Charlie. You've got an amazing collection. I'll be over this afternoon to.
Great. We can play with it.
To play with all of your robots. Okay, our contest question for this week is for you folks out there to name any famous robot. Okay, and we consider it to be famous if I've heard of it. So name any famous robot and send it to us. Here's our Switchback address. Switchback, care of CBC Television, 2440 Broad Street in Regina, and the postal code is S4P4A1. We'll take a 2-minute break, and then we're going to be back with my key collection.
It's never happened before. Furniture manufacturers and retailers across Canada joining together for 12 days only for Canada's first National Furniture Sale.
When all the bargains have been scrutinized and the credit schemes analyzed, you decide which home furnishings you really want. Castle Furniture is confident you'll choose true value and lasting quality. Castle Furniture, ready to serve you.
Canada's first National Furniture Sale from September 25th to October 6th.
It's never happened before.
Furniture manufacturers and retailers join together for 12 days only. Canada's first national furniture sale. The experienced staff at Richard's Drapery and Interiors are ready to help you create a home that is comfortable for your style of living and budget. Save up to 40% on many selected furniture items. Canada's first national furniture sale at Richard's Drapery and Interiors, the interior design specialist, September 25th to October 6th.
Hey, mister, what's the matter?
Joe has just collapsed from a heart attack. What happens in the next few minutes will determine whether he lives or dies. He's not breathing, and his heart has stopped. But he's in luck. Barney is trained in cardiopulmonary resuscitation, CPR. You could be a lifesaver as well. Become trained in CPR and learn the other steps for survival in Heart Steps, a new brochure from your Heart Foundation.
That's Entertainment has put the spotlight on Panasonic TVs featuring state-of-the-art Quintrex 2 CompuFocus picture tube, the ultimate in viewing pleasure. Panasonic at special low prices from That's Entertainment in the Northgate Mall.
Which night is your favorite at Granny's? Monday, pizza. Tuesday, chicken and ribs. Wednesday, steak and shrimp. Thursday, barbecue chicken. Friday, from the sea. Saturday, New York steak. Sunday, veal cordon bleu. Which night is my favorite at Granny's? All of them.
Okay, we don't have a lot of time. Here's the choice. You can either see the new Glass Tiger video or get a look at my wonderful key collection. What do you want? Okay, I guess we're going with the Glass Tiger video. I haven't heard the album, but I have heard the cassette. From the Thin Red Line, here's Glass Tiger. Someday. We're back. Not a lot of time left. Just time, though, to say thank you to my special guest, Reinhard, up there in Saskatoon. Thanks very much to you, and to Marv, and to Charlie, our other collectors. Give us a wave there. Thanks to you, Andrea and Aaron, for coming in and helping us read. The rest of you guys that brought the collections in, we certainly appreciate it. You too, Robert. Thanks very much. Our contest question for this week, quickly in review. Name any famous robot. If I've heard of it, that makes it famous. Write that down and send it to us. Here's our Switchback address. Switchback, care of CBC Television, 2440 Broad Street in Regina. The postal code is S4P4A1. Next week, it's our Thanksgiving special. Don't miss it, 9 o'clock. See you later out there.
This is CBC Television.